Hello and welcome to class 10th Information Technology lectures. We are studying Unit 1 Digital Documentation Advanced, and today we will be studying the last session of this unit, session 5, Implement Mail Merge. So let us first know what is the concept of mail merge in word processing. So basically the writer document that is present in Libre that provides a feature to create and print multiple copies of one single document. Suppose you have invitation card or any address label or any promotional stickers and you want multiple copies, but you want different names on those copies. You don't want same names on them. So for that we have this mail merge option, and you can include the variable information. Variable information means the main content you want the same, but the name, phone number, address, that is the variable information. So that you want to change the name of the recipient and all. So basically the information that is included is your form letter. That is basically a document that you have to send to the recipients, and then the mailing labels, the labels or the name of the recipients and all, and then the envelope. So basically envelopes we don't have to worry about, it's not in the syllabus. So we'll be just worrying about how to create forms and adding the labels to it. So now basically whenever we talk about the mail merge process, then there are 3 steps included in that. And the 3 steps are: first we have to create a data source, and then you have to register it also. Without registering it we cannot use it in the mail merge. Then we can create and print the form letters. Form letters is a term used for the main document that we have, that the document of which we want the multiple copies. So that document is known as a form letter. So we can create and print the form letter, and then there is option of saving it in the form of editable file. So later on, if you want to edit any document, particularly any mail merge document, particularly you want to edit some document, then you can do that. You can save it if you don't have a printer attached to your computer system. So immediately you don't want to print it, so you can print it later on. So first of all, we'll just see how to create that form letter or the main document. So first we'll go in File, New, and then the text document. Okay, so here I have already created a document. You can just go in File, New, and Text document and create your document, whatever you want. Now you can see I have written Dear over here, and I have left some space. Now I have left some space because I will add the labels over here, the address labels that we are talking about. We'll add the labels over here. The main content is this I want the same for everyone. This is the PTM invitation. Okay, day and date can be mentioned over here. So this is the day and date that has been mentioned. So for this, what we have to do is, after creating the document, okay, with the File, New, and the text document, after creating a new document, what we have to do is we just have to start the mail merge wizard, with the help of which we will create the mail merge document. So we'll go in Tools, Mail Merge Wizard. Okay, so let us go in Tools, Mail Merge Wizard. Now you can see this Mail Merge Wizard dialog box open up. Okay, now see, there are certain options over here. Use the current document. That means whatever current document you are working on, you want to have the mail merge on that document, or you want to create a new document, on that you want to apply mail merge. Or if there is already a document that is saved on your computer system, on that document if you want to apply the mail merge, then you can just click on this option and browse. So wherever your file is present, you can just locate it and open it. So because I have already created a document, so I am clicking on this option, use the current document. Then I click on next. Now this is important, what type of document I am creating. I am just creating a letter. I don't want to email right now. I just want to have it on my computer system so that I can print it later on. Again, I'll click on next. Now this option we have to pay a bit of attention to. So basically step 1, we have started the wizard. Okay, we have the certain options that I have discussed. Then step 2, I have discussed the type of document. We have selected letter. Now this is the step 3, insert address block. As soon as we receive this page, we will see this option, select different address list. We'll click on this. Now if we are already having an address list saved in our computer system, that is data source is already present, then we will just it will be shown over here, or you can just add it from the place wherever it is saved. Now at this point we assume that we don't have a data source, so let us just create a data source. So we'll just click on create. Now as soon as you will click on create, you will see this new address list. Now there are various options present over here, but we don't need so many options. So we'll just click on customize and delete all these options. Okay, so all the options we will delete, and according to our need, according to our choice, we'll just add the elements. So suppose I'll just add a name over here. Then I need a phone number. And then I need the address. I just need these 3 things. Okay. So now these are done. I'll click on OK. Now you can see all the rest options have disappeared. Now only these 3 options are present. Now I'll just go ahead and just type a name, phone number and address of the parent. So this is the name I am typing. Then phone number, and then the address. Just let us keep this short. Okay, we'll not click on OK, we'll click on new because we still want to add the address. Then the phone number, and then the address. Okay, and then again new. You can see the number keeps on changing as we press new. Okay, and then just one more we'll add. Now I don't want to add further name, so I'll just click on OK. As soon as you will click on OK, it will ask you to save your address list that you have created. So I'll just go ahead and type a name. Make sure that you don't have spaces in your name. So we just click on save. Now you can see the list that you have created is appeared over here. Okay, so now we will just click on OK. If you want to edit it, then you can click on edit, and then you can add more names. Then you will click on OK. Now you can see that as soon as you click on OK, here you can see this document shall contain an address block. Now address block is very important. Okay, so in which order you want. If this is not matching to your style, then you will click on more and then add it according to your style. Now if you will click on more, then you can find there are various other options of the block. So what you can do is you can create your new document over here. Okay, so you can just first name was there, you can just have the first name. Then the telephone was there, so telephone number is there. Now you want it below it, so you'll just click on this arrow, so it has come down. And then the address was there. Okay, so just let us go ahead and click on city, and then we'll just click over here. Okay, and we want it below, so city will be below. So first name, telephone and city. So this is the order that I want. Now I'll just click on OK. Okay. Now this is the block. Okay. Now you can see not matched is written over here. That means matching is very important. Whatever data you have entered, it should appear over here in the same order. Like first name should appear, then telephone number should appear, and then city should appear. But nothing is matched over here. Here you are seeing not yet matched. So now we have to match the fields. Now what field with what we have to match, this we have to specify. So first name I want to match with name. First name is by default and I have created name, so I want to match it with name. Then next is your city. City I want to match with address. there it is city, and I have made my column as the name of address, so I will click address over here. Then they are having telephone private, but I have created a column of phone number, so I will match. Now as soon as I'm clicking on this option, you can see that the data is appeared over here, Deepak Singh, the phone number, and then the address. So this matching is very important. If not matched is written, then your mail merge document will not have these labels. So it is very important that this match appears over here. Then you will click on OK. Now this you can see earlier it was showing not matched, now it is showing matched over here. Now don't just stop over here, check for all the documents. This is for document 1, document 2, this is also okay, document 3, this is also okay, and document 4, this is also okay. So now all the this address list document data has been matched, the labels has been matched. So now I'll just go ahead and click on next. Now here salutation is there, whether you want to include dear, Mr, whatever you want. So right now we are not including any salutation, so we'll just leave this option. Then the layout, where you want your this address list option to be present. Now here you can see that it is at the bottom, but we don't want in the bottom, we want it on the top. So you will just go ahead and shift it and just keep on dragging it, and then you can see that it appears on the top. Slowly and slowly it will just appear over here. Now this has come over here. Okay, now this is the position that I want. Now I'll just finish. Now as soon as I will click on finish, now you can see that this is the document that has come over here. First page I will click. This is the first document, you can see Deepak Singh, and the phone number and the address has appeared over here. Second, same, everything is same, only the recipient name has changed, Rashmi Singh, the phone number. And third document, you can see the name has appeared, the phone number and the address has appeared, and the fourth document. Okay, so this is how we create the mail merge. So the next option is edit individual document. This is totally optional. If you want to change a particular document, then you can change, otherwise you can just print it or save it for future use. So suppose this phone number, I want to change this phone number. So simply what I'll do is I'll just click on this edit option. And when I'll click on this edit option, so a new window will open over here, and suppose one digit was missing, so I'll just add one digit. So now this is there, and I'll just save it, and let us save it on the desktop. And this is Deepak PTM, suppose. Okay, and then I save it on the desktop, and when you close it, so the changes will not be visible over here because this has already been created, but you have done the changes individually and you have saved it in the file. So this is the file where the document has come. So now you have this particular document where you have done the changes individually. Here you can see that the complete file has come over here. Now there is one option of exclude recipient. Suppose I want to save the document, but I don't want this first contact to be present, so I can click on this exclude recipient option. Okay, so if I will click on this and then I will click on save, so you can see from 1 to 3, but I have 4 contacts, but here it is showing 3 only. Why? Because I have excluded this recipient over here. So excluding this, the rest of the 3 will be saved. Now one more option is there, that all the invitation, all the address list options you want in one single file, or you want to save individual file. So there are 2 options over here. So if you will click on single, then all the 3 invitations, 3 why? Because one we have excluded, so all the 3 will be saved in one single file. And if you will click on save as individual, then the 3 files will be created for each contact. So let us first create this. I'm just excluding this first. Save document, 1 of 3 is created. Now you can on the desktop I'm saving whatever name you want to give, mail merge doc, suppose this is the name I'm giving. Then I'll just save it, And if I go on the desktop, then you can see this mail merge doc option has come over here. I will just open and show. You can see that Deepak Singh one has removed now. Only we are having this document first, second and third we are having. Okay, these three options only we are having over here. You can see 4 were there, but first we have excluded, so now only 3 will appear. Now if I click on save as individual, then what happens is that it will ask you one name, new mail merge, suppose I give the name, okay, and then I will save. So it will save accordingly. So when I'll click on file and open, now you can see new mail merge 1, new mail merge 2 and new mail merge 3. 3 documents have been created. If I open 3, then you can see that the last one was this, so this has opened now. If you want to print the document, then you will click on this option, select the printer, whatever printer you are using. Okay, so these are the various options we can have after the mail merge document has been created. Now the next option is creating and registering the data source that I have talked about earlier, that how to create a data source beforehand only. Now for this, what we should have is we should have the file already created. So we can either use the LibreOffice database spreadsheet option to create the field or to create the database, or we can create the database with the MySQL also. So for now we'll just create the data source using the spreadsheet option. Okay, so we'll just click on file, new and spreadsheet. So this is the spreadsheet. Now I will just create the data source what I want. Okay, so what all fields were there: name, mobile number and address. Okay, so I'll just increase it, and whatever name I want to write, I will write. Okay, suppose these 3 names I have written. I want the mobile number also, so I'll just write the mobile number. This is how we'll just enter the address whatever we want. Okay, so now I'll just save it. Whatever name you want to give, suppose this is a database, so I'll just give the name as DB. On the desktop only I'm saving it, DB, and I have saved this. Okay, so I'll just close this now. Now from within, or after you have created your database, now from within a writer document or LibreOffice Start Center, you have to choose File, Wizards, Address, Data Source. Okay, so here you can see the option. We are just creating the data source and registering it. Okay, so File, Wizards, Address, Data Source. Now you can see this type of dialog box will open up. This is the address book data source wizard dialog box. Now the first option is address book type. So here we will choose other external data source. So then we'll click on next, and after that we'll click on settings. Then we'll see this option over here. From the drop down we will select spreadsheet because we have created the database using the spreadsheet. And next, now I have to browse where my spreadsheet is present. Okay, so I'll just browse and I'll go on the desktop because it is saved on the desktop only. The name is DB, and I'll just open. So you can see the path has appeared over here. Okay, and then whether the connection has been established or not, to check that I will just click on this option, test connection. So now you can see connection test, the connection was established successfully. Now when we click on finish, so the data source has been created. So after the data source has been created, it needs to be registered also. So for that we have to use this option. Now because we are using the spreadsheet, so there is no need to click the field assignment button. Okay, so we'll just click on next. Then we will find this next step, that is data source title. Now here you can see this addresses over here is written, so there is no need to change the name because already in the location this name is present. So if you will change the name, then it might create a problem, so there is no need to change the name. The name will be by default present over here. And whenever you will click on finish, as soon as you will click on finish, then your data source will be registered. Now how to check whether that data source has been created or not? Then it is very simple. Again we'll go in tools, mail merge wizard, and then we can just use current document or create a new document. Okay, so if you click on create a new document, then a blank file will open and you can enter your text, letter, course, then select different. Now you can see over here addresses. Earlier this addresses was not present, but now it has come over here. Now you will just select this, just click on OK. Now again the fields are not matching, so the same process we have to apply, that we have to match the fields accordingly. So the next topic is entering data in the fields. This we have already covered in creating a main document, how to create the customized address list, how to enter the data in that. Okay, so this we have already covered. And then merging the data source with the main document, this also we have already covered. We have created a data source and then we have merged it with the main document that we have created. We have created the data source in Excel, we have registered it, and then we have merged it with the main document. And then editing individual document, this also we have seen already in the creating main document section, step 6, and edit individual document, this already we have covered. And printing a letter and its address label, this also we have already covered in creating a main document or form letter in step 9, the print merge document section, how to print. So now we want to see where that database addresses, where actually it has been created. So when we were creating it, you must have noticed the path that it was created in my documents folder. So just let us go and see whether it has been created or not. So in the my documents folder, you can see that this addresses database has been created, registered over here in the documents folder. So I'll just click and open this. So this addresses database has opened over here. If you want to see the tables have been imported or not, then we can click on tables. When you will click on tables, then here we will find this sheet 1, and when we double click on, then we can find the data that we had entered in the Excel sheet that has been imported over here in the database. This is because we have created and registered it. So this was all about Unit 1 Digital Documentation Advanced. Thank you.